Hi everybody! Okay, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is Wednesday, obviously, and I'm so happy you came back for a brand new video. So today we're going to be talking about what used to be one of every blogger's favorite tools, but is now most of their least favorite tool. So we're going to be talking about Instagram. So Instagram is a social media platform that is now owned by Facebook. It started a few years ago and everyone loved it because it was chronologically ordered and you could just post a picture, use some hashtags, and people will see your content. But in the recent months, Instagram has changed their algorithm completely, basically like a 180 on it, and it is not the same. So I know that I personally have been victimized by Instagram, and I know a lot of people who I follow on Twitter, on Instagram, and on some other social media platforms who are also bloggers or influencers have also felt the same struggle. We are all riding that struggle bus together. So today we're going to talk about Instagram, but also why Instagram is fake. Everybody's fake, everything is fake, the whole platform is fake, and I'm tired of it. So starting off, we're going to talk about my journey on Instagram. So I started off on Instagram in 2013, I think, in June, if I can remember correctly. But I started off just using it for me and my friends. It was before, like right around when I started the blog, so I was new to the platform. I didn't know a lot of people. I didn't know what I was doing at all, and I just wanted to enjoy it. I didn't use hashtags, so I think when I scrolled back on my feed, I had like 2 likes on just about every picture for about a year. And then I started using hashtags and people saw my content and I got about 20 likes. So I have noticed a lot that Instagram has changed as I started using better hashtags, as I started tagging people, as I started interacting with people, and I started to grow. I started doing a couple loops here and there to just give me like that one extra oomph that I needed to grow. And yeah, that's how I ended up at 14,000 today. So it's been a long, really hard struggle going up. I follow about 4,000 or 5,000 people, so it's hard to keep up with everybody. I don't see everybody's content, and that number is actually going down because every couple of months I kind of like weed off people, and if it's some content that I don't like anymore, or if I don't know who they are, then I just unfollow them as I go through. Mostly that only happens like 10 people a week, but that's about it. But yeah. So that was my journey on Instagram, but the platform as a whole has drastically changed. So Instagram has become a social media marketing tool and a business tool, which is not anything bad. I know I use it for my own business. I have used Instagram ads before. I use stories. I use the swipe up features. I use everything I can to promote my business and to promote my blog, because my blog is my business and my business is my baby. So over time, I've realized that the rise of people who grow on Instagram, it's very, very almost limited, but it's not super limited. Like, you can grow and people have seen growth, but it's become a lot harder in the last couple of months. So I've noticed 3 traits. These are just me based on what I see. If you show your boobs or your butt, so people who show their body a lot, boom, straight to the top, because people love that. Fitness. People love finding new fitness tips. Like, I know a lot of people who started off on 0 about a year ago and all of a sudden went. I won't include like famous people in this because they're almost in like a whole different category of like Instagram, and I'm like, goodbye. And the third thing is the model Instagram type. So I remember a few years ago there was a girl, Sienna O'Cullen. I don't remember. But she basically put Instagram on blast because she was talking about how fake it was, how when she was 15 she had an eating disorder and basically wouldn't eat before taking pictures, because if she did she would bloat, and it was all looks, and it was a really big deal because it was all of a sudden this girl who's so popular on Instagram is putting the entire platform on blast and basically ruining them. And it was really striking because to me that's a really big issue, because I know personally I have dealt with eating disorders in the past, and it's really hard when something you're using as a business tool, something that really you almost enjoy or makes you money, is also forcing that disorder on you. I have to look perfect all the time. My hair has to be perfectly done. I have to be this person who's not real. I have to be this persona. And being a blogger, that is basically a part of the job, creating a giant persona. It's not always about showing real life. Like, people can show real life, and there are people who do, But for the majority of people who are influencers, they're not showing the entire life. They're showing the good, the pretty, and I know I'm a victim of this, and I am someone who also does this. You're showing the beauty of life. You're not showing the, this is me when I first got out of bed in the morning, my makeup's not done, I'm just taking a selfie, and it's really cute. Speaking of selfies, Instagram has become something where it's all about your looks. It's not about personality. It's not about how you view life. It's not about the real life struggles. It's about fake life. And I think everybody's victim of this. Everyone does this. No one's gonna go and post that video of you and your boyfriend fighting on Instagram unless it's like Rob and China revenge porn type stuff. But no one's gonna go do that. You create this fake life so people think that everything in your life is peachy and beautiful and great, which isn't a bad thing. It can make you feel great. But at the same time, it creates this illusion of my life is perfect all the time. I'm in London and I'm in Bath and life is beautiful. And this is just me speaking about my own Instagram. Like in the past, I'm trying to do better about this. I haven't talked about things that impact me. I didn't talk about what happened with my dad. I didn't talk about what happened with my grandma. I didn't talk about like anything big, major, horrible. My stomach just growled in the past. And I wish I had done that, because then who knows whom that might have helped out. It might have helped the girl who had an eating disorder think, wow, I'm not alone. There's somebody who's recovering, or there's somebody who had depression or lost a parent or lost somebody in their lives might have thought, wow, this person who has 14,000, her life is perfect, goes through the same things that I went through. And I think it's important for people to start doing that and not be entirely fake. Like, you can still have that fake lifestyle that you want, but at the same time, you have to learn where is the line. People now have started photoshopping in bits, like photoshopping in birds, photoshopping in like backgrounds, like entire sceneries. And there's a limit to where it's like, okay, this is really not life anymore. This is a fantasy. And I think people like the Kardashians obviously promote this fantasy life of, look at me with my Ferrari and my very tall, beautiful basketball husband who is going to not win the NBA championships this year. It's like things like that. It's a fantasy of life, and people will always flock to that. And I've always said that's why people like the Kardashians. I'm personally not a fan. And I know that's why people love them, because they're like, this is the life I can have when I grow up and make millions of dollars and love life and have a beautiful husband who's a rapper, and I don't have a sex tape, but I might have a sex tape just to make me popular. It's like people love them because they're rich, and that's a life that they want to live, but it's not real life. They all have arguments. We've seen them on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They all have baby daddy issues. It's like, that is a fantasy, and it's fake. It's not real life. You have to figure out what real life is, because at the end of the day, people like you for that fantasy, but do they like you for the real you? It's the same thing I say about having friends. Granted, people on Instagram are not your friends always, but making friends with people doesn't mean making friends with them because of a fantasy. You're making friends with them because you want them to be friends with the real you, not this person who is fake, is just like, oh, I am an Instagram model. Look at me, I'm signed by Next Models, and I'm beautiful. No, that's not real life. You don't want people who like you just because you're pretty and rich. You want people who like you because you have a good personality and you know how to do stuff. You have to find what makes you passionate. And I think people have lost that passion-driven excitement about Instagram. Because I remember before the algorithm changed, people were excited about their content. People weren't worried about losing 10 followers a day and posting twice a day so that wouldn't happen. And they weren't worried about their Instagram engagement tanking just because they only posted once or they didn't post at all. It's like people were passionate about the content they were creating. It was fun, it was alive, it made people feel happy. But what happened to that? What happened to that platform? When did it change into something that only benefits people who are rich and look like models? When did it only benefit those people? This is not a platform that I love anymore, and it's not a platform I'm proud to be on. It's a platform that I think has decided that certain people are more important than other people. It's an us versus them, and it's stupefying. Yes, I've said that. Stupefying Harry Potter reference. But it is crazy to me that people who love their content, people who are passionate about taking photos, still will never get the recognition they deserve because this algorithm has decided that they're not somebody who should be as popular as somebody else. This algorithm has decided that people who work hard don't always get the benefits that they deserve. This algorithm has decided who gets shadow banned and who gets to be on the explore page and who gets to become the next big star of Instagram. But who is that person? Where is the reality? Where's the truth in that? And that was the beauty of the old algorithm, because I didn't have to worry about beating out Kylie and Kendall and Ami Song to be on my content. I just had to figure out what times my viewers were on and what times and what kind of content they liked. But I don't have to, that now doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, people still will not see my post for another 2 days. I know that if I were to go on Instagram in my bikini and go and sit on the beach with my back out and puff up my chest and suck in my stomach, or use Facetune and fix my body and make it look perfect, I would probably triple my Instagram following in about a month. If I did that, I would become the next big Instagram. I could become the next big Instagram star. But I know that's not who I am, and that's not who I want to be, and that's not the content that I want to promote. So I will not do that. If I do that, it's about me being body confident and loving my body and being like, hey, I'm on the beach, what's up? That's why I would be in a bikini on my Instagram. It's not about me taking like a booby picture in a bralette that barely covers my nips, even though there's like no boob there. That's real life to me. Me posting content that I'm passionate about, and that's what I've never stopped doing throughout this whole thing. When I'm in London and when I was on my trip in London and Bath, I continually posted content that I loved, like the pictures of the umbrellas. I love that picture. I stood there in the rain for like 10 minutes taking that picture. It's about me showing things that I love and about me showing things that I really care about. And granted, not everybody's like that who's an Instagram model, but there are people who know that if they want to be popular, they just show their boobs and show the butt and you're done. Personally, to me, I think it's up to influencers to make a stand and to stop sitting on your butts on Twitter and complaining about it. I think you have to go do something. Go to Instagram, write them a letter, write them 10 billion emails. Go by the headquarters. If you're a big influencer and you're getting invited to Facebook HQ, use your platform. Use your platform to make a difference. And granted, we all said something when they changed the algorithm and we said, turn on post notifications, but no one did anything to fight back. If you know somebody in tech, create a new app. Create a new app that does the exact same thing as the Instagram that we all love used to do. Create an app that doesn't just benefit one select group of influencers. Create an app that benefits everybody. I don't know anybody in tech, and I can say this, and I know that if I did know people, I would be working right now to figure out how to make that app and how to make something that I'm proud of and how to make something that would benefit everybody. Because ever since Facebook took over, Instagram has gone to mess. At the end of the day, we're the people with the power. We're the people who use this app. Now, I know that people won't all drop Instagram and say, okay, we're just not gonna use the app anymore, because people make hundreds of thousands of dollars a day off of that app, if not millions. Like, Ami Song has like a giant Laura Mercier contract. I think it was like $500,000. And if she posts on Instagram with them, she just makes bank. There's so many influencers who go on lots of luxury trips and stuff, and they make thousands of dollars per post. No one's ever gonna stop. The people who love the app and are benefiting from the app will never stop using it. But I think if you all just kind of raised that little flag and said something, you'd be a little bit better off, and it might help you out no matter what level you're on, no matter how popular you are, no matter how not popular you are. If we all banded together, I think we could get something done. So that was my video for this week. If you like to give it a thumbs up, let me know in the comments down below if you love Instagram or if you're kind of like me and you hate it. And also subscribe if you like this video, because there will be 2 more coming out for the rest of this month. And I will see you guys on Sunday for a brand new vlog, and on Wednesday for a brand new video. And I'll see you guys then. Bye.
I'm sure as hell